there, welcome to Angelica's Corner. My name is Angelica, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing my studio blog of creating a debt tracker. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. If you like watching videos relating to budgeting, savings, and becoming debt-free, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. But today I'm bringing you a studio blog of me creating a tracker for my Etsy shop, and the name of my Etsy shop is The Tracker's Corner. I leave all the information down below in the description box. So you can see here, I normally start my trackers at 8.5 by 11, and I offer 4 sizes at my Etsy shop, which is A4, A5, 8.5, and half letter, as well as I do a Happy Planner series. But here, this is going to be for not the Happy Planner series, but the other ones. And I'm creating a debt tracker. I put here debt payment tracker because I was trying to figure out what to name it. That's normally how I start my trackers. I go ahead and think about the name, and then I decide if I'm gonna do a chart, am I gonna use lines. Here I'm looking for specific box because I'm going to create it like in a chart style that you could color in yourself, and then you could add your own numbers. Like, so here you see that I'm trying to create a long box. And if you've seen some of my trackers at my store, they have a similar style like this. A lot of like my Christmas trackers and certain of my savings trackers. So this is why I'm trying to do a little bit different with my debt tracker. And I wanted to create like a debt tracker where you could set up a goal and a date. See some of the lettering. I didn't show exactly the name. I bought the license to use the font, and you see the debt trackers like in cursive, and then I'm gonna do the bottom letters. I have to decide how I want it, either in cursive or the other way. And I'm just pretty much here trying to figure out like the size, what I want to put in what I want to name it. Like you see the debt total. I want to do either total, but I decided on debt total, the minimum payment, the start date, and the finish date, and you will see a little bit more ahead. And when I do my debt trackers, it all comes to I come up with it while I'm making it. I kind of have an idea of what I want, but then is when, when I start adding things together, when I start getting a flow of figuring out how things look or how I want it. And that's what you see me here. I move around things around a lot. And I'm going to create the lines here in my boxes so it comes up in like rows. I want them set up like blocks, rows, however you want to call them. And this is just me trying to figure out the thickness and the coloring. I am using Canva. That's the program that I use to create a lot of my debt trackers. So here is how my debt tracker looks in the end. I had debt tracker, debt total, minimum payment, start, and finish day. You see how the rows look. I put the money symbol in the bottom right. I have like my watermark. I did a blank one for anyone who from another country who uses a different money symbol. And now once I'm done, I print them first in JPEG. To create the mock-up, I first downloaded in JPEG, and I just saved it to my desktop, as you see here. Since I'm offering 2 for that listing, I'm going to create 2 mock-ups for it. And this is how I just save it to my computer. After I'm done, I load it, and then I'm going to save the other one because I'm going to offer 2 of them, one with the money symbol, one without. And then I create my mockup, and it's 2000 by 2000 pixels. This is what I use for uploading on my Etsy shop. And then you see here, I'm going through a little bit faster, but just measure it. I have a shadow in the back. You see that I add like a shadow box. It pops up the tracker, and it gives it like that depth of feel. Like, I don't know, it just makes it look like it's just not laying on the paper. And then you see here, I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to write, like the 100 blocks. And here I just give a little bit of a description of the item itself. And these are all instant downloads. I don't ship this to anyone. You go ahead on the shop and you print it, and you know, you pay for it and then you print it, and this is how they look. So I'm gonna let you here to see the fast forward of me creating this. And I'll tell you this, overall, it takes me about an hour and a half to create a tracker, depending if I already know what I want. It could be faster, but in this case, this only took me like an hour since I wasn't adding amounts to it. And it was just me deciding how I wanted to look and playing around and deleting. You know, this is only like a few minutes, like a 9-minute long video, but it takes me longer. And when I create the mockups too, it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to create this. And once I'm done creating these, I go ahead and I download them in a JPEG form, because it looks better when you add this to your listing. Okay, so once I'm done, I create a folder on my computer, and you see here all the sizes. I'm offering two. I'll offer two of each size, A4, A5 half letter and letter size. And then I compress the file. This is the file you will upload on Etsy. And then here I have just my description. I have it saved, so I just copy and paste. And then I go to Etsy, and then I go into my shop manager, and then I go to listings, and I picked add listings. And once I add listing, you see here I already had uploaded it, and then the bottom I fill out all the information here, since mine is a digital download. And then this is how the mockups look. You see how it's in order, and you can see every single thing that I added to it, and I add a little bit of description of the item itself, and then I upload it in the compressed file, as you see this. So it becomes a zip file. And this is how I create my trackers. I hope that you guys all love this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!